What's up, guys? Brian back to talk about The Walking Dead Lucille victims. Spoilers ahead. Don't watch this if you don't want to know. I can't stress that enough. These are the most legit spoiler information, predictions, theories, whatever you want to call them, that's out there now. And I'm also almost hesitant to talk about it just because it's just so good. Basically, I want to talk about this. I love this foreshadowing picture. If you look at the shadow, I'm highlighting the shadow right there. It's pointing to Abe on there as well. Now, these information we're going to talk about is great. It's the best information we talk about it. It's from Spoiling Dead fans, the Walking Dead Zone, Walking Dead spoilers, a bunch of different channels, a bunch of different sources on there too that come up with this information. So Little Birds post the information. Don't watch if you don't want to know, but here we go. The first Lucille victim is Abraham. He was it in the 6x16 Last Day on Earth. As for trying to get to Abraham, nobody except Daryl moves from their places. They are clearly afraid someone else will die if they do. Glenn does die because Daryl tries to hit some people after seeing Abraham's death, but it wasn't because Negan was pissed off. Negan doesn't get pissed off easily, but he is a fucking psychopath. So Abraham is it. He's the first one to die. He was the one that dies supposedly in episode 6.16, and they kind of go from flashback to this to latest. The flashback is what we're hearing on what it is. So Abraham dies, and then Glenn. So we'll see. First one was free. This one won't be. Negan explains how shit works. He has to make the right impression. Instantly, Negan brings up the bat over to Daryl, then turns and whacks the shit out of Glenn. Then again, bashing in the top of his skull, Glenn spits out his comic book lines trying to call out to Maggie. Negan spits out his comic book lines about his eye looking gross as shit. He turns to Maggie and basically acts sorry about having to do all this, then back to work. As noted, no expectations or exceptions. Sorry. So Daryl attacks Negan after Abraham gets killed. And instead of killing Daryl, he turns to Daryl like he's going to hit him, and then boom, smacks Glenn. So he doesn't get shot. He doesn't do anything. He gets Lucille. Double Lucille victims. Negan kills Glenn because he wants to show his prisoners he keeps his word. If you remember in 6x16, he said when Glenn lunged towards him and Maggie, the first offense is free, but it will shut that shit down. No expectations. Daryl was trying to hit some people. Is the second offense, first being Glenn lunging in Last Day on Earth. After Abe's death, Negan forces Rosita to look at Lucille covered with Abraham's blood and brain matter. This is when Daryl freaks out and gets angry, trying to hit saviors. It isn't personal about Rosita. Daryl would have reacted the same had it been Michonne, Maggie, or any other group. Michonne, Maggie, and Sasha couldn't do much except helplessly watch and cry. So he does get his word. He doesn't kill Carl, but he kills Glenn instead. Negan throws Rick into the RV and drives the axe into the table. Then Negan tries to drive the RV like a mofo. Negan gets behind the wheel and starts to drive. Negan mocks Rick about him threatening to kill him. Negan dares him to get the axe and come get him. Rick, being Rick, does just that. Negan confronts him with a machine gun. Rick backs down. Wise move. So Rick does not lose his hand. It's for something later on with the axe. So basically he gets him into the RV, drives around because he tries to break him. He's not trying to maim him physically. He's trying to mentally break him. Break him stride. Break that Negan is the New World Order and he needs to get in line or something bad's going to happen. So they take off again, and now Rick starts his dream state, thinking about people in the lineup, and then the lineup folks starting to set up a party, tables back at Alexandria Safe Zone. Negan pulls up to the burning logs on the burning log road and shuts her down. He grabs the axe and opens the door of the RV. Walkers are now around the RV, attracted to the fire, the smoke. Negan pops his way clear with Lucille, then tosses the axe on the roof. He tells Rick to go get his axe. Negan basically tosses Rick out of the RV into the Walker Fest. So they go back to the burning logs to break Rick, and the guy hanging there is a Walker. That guy, the burning logs are there. The smoke, the thing from the trailer, is probably the smoke from the fire of that, so all the walkers are attracted to the fire now. So it's a Walker Fest in there, just like this. So it comes to the point where Rick is going to try to escape. He jumps on that guy. gets broken down. The guy gets ripped in half. It's kind of crazy. Negan is shooting at walkers with the machine gun, breaking everything down. Like that too is a lot of the information that we have. I'm not going to give all the information, but I just want to talk about the Lucille victims at all, like that too. Not to give the entire episode away because it's kind of crazy. It's brutal. But this blood, the swinging down, you are it, is Abraham. So Abraham is the first victim. Daryl interferes after Abraham is dead. He's fighting saviors or whatever. I don't know if he actually gets to Negan or whatever, but he goes in there. He gets the blanket gets ripped off. He rips it off or whatever. He starts attacking saviors, freaking out, doing all that to try and just interfere. He acts like he's going to kill Daryl, but he actually kills Glenn. It's going to be a pretty awesome, epic thing, the scene of it. But basically, Abraham and Glenn are 2 Lucille victims. No one gets shot. No one gets spared. No one gets bullshit with clickbait. No one makes videos about here on this channel about, oh, it's Michonne is saved. Glenn is saved. Glenn is dead. Glenn is shot or whatever. We're going to be like, ah! Like Bob Stookie here yelling at Tyrese. Going to yell at this TV. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be great and bad at the same time. So that's the latest information about it, guys. Like, share, subscribe. If you want more videos, subscribe to the channel. And you guys are awesome. Thank you for watching.